Good evening, everybody. I declare the meeting open at 6 p.m. The special council meeting will be video recorded and the recording published in the Shire of Dundas website. Acknowledgement of country, the Shire of Dundas recognises the Nudgee and Learning as traditional custodians in the Shire of Dundas and pay our respects to their elders past and present. We have nobody attending by electronic means tonight. 2 declarations. Do we have any financial interests? No. Any proximity? No. Any impartiality? No. Any gifts? Yeah. Here. Item 4. Public question time. Do we have any questions? Item 5, we have no petition interpretations or presentations. I have no announcements. Item 7.1, our draft annual budget 2025-26. Councillors, there are 6 recommendations with this one. So we will go through them one by one. And we may go through recommendation 1. It's in the cloud. 1 second. I'll second that. That's the one. Thank you. Switch now to the cloud. That's the one. Thank you. Anybody wants to speak against it? I would just like to thank the staff again for a job well done. It's hard slog getting this budget out. We've come a long way from when I first got onto council. Our entire budget was 2.8 million, and our entire budget now is just touching almost on 15. So we're doing extremely well.
You want to guess?
2015.
15.
So yeah, it's looking quite good. It doesn't mean it's easy. We've still got to juggle because the price of everything's gone up. So we still have to mind our pennies. And yeah, I think it's looking pretty positive. So well done to our staff. We're a small team and we're doing a lot. So thank you. We have a recommendation pursuant to the provisions of section 6.2 of the Local Government Act 1995 and part 3 of the Local Government Financial Management Regulations 1996, Council adopt the budget as contained in papers relating for the Shire of Dundas for the 2025-26 financial year, which includes the following: statement of comprehensive income, statement of cash flows, statement of financial activity, in notes 2 and forming part of the budget. Those in favour? Thank you. Recommendation 2. Will you look at that one? Just here. 1 second. It's a version. Thank you. Don't speak to that council minutes. Council Hyman. Anybody like to speak against it? Right, we have a recommendation that for the purpose of yielding the deficiency disclosed for the municipal fund budget adopted at recommendation 1 above, Council pursuant to sections 6.32, 6.33, 6.34 and 6.35 of the Local Government Act 1995 impose the following differential general rates and minimum payments on gross rental and unimproved values. 1.1 is a table of the general rates, 1.2 a table of minimum payments. Item 2, pursuant to section 6.45 of the Local Government Act 1995 and Regulation 64.2 of the Local Government Financial Management Regulations 1996, Council nominates the following due dates for the payment in full or by instalment. Option 1, full payment rates and charges, including arrears, to be paid on or before the 23rd of September 2025 or 35 days after the date of issue, appearing on the rate notice, whichever is the later. Option 2, 2 instalments. First instalment to be made on or before the 23rd of September 2025 or 35 days after the date of issue appearing on the rate notice, whichever is later, including all arrears and half the current rates and service charges. And the second instalment to be made on or before the 24th of November 2025, or 2 months after the due date of the first instalment, whichever is later. Option 3, 4 instalments. First instalment to be made on or before the 23rd of September 2025, or 35 days after the date of issue appearing on the rate notice, whichever is later, including all arrears and a quarter of the current rates and service charges. Second instalment to be made on or before the 24th of November 2025, or 2 months after the due date of the first instalment, whichever is later. Third instalment to be made on or before the 27th of January 2026, or 2 months after the due date of the second instalment, whichever is later. And the fourth instalment to be made on or before the 30th of March 2026, or 2 months after the due date of the third instalment, whichever is later. 3, pursuant to section 6.45 of the Local Government Act 1995 and Regulation 67 of the Local Government Financial Management Regulations 1996, Council adopts an instalment administration charge where the owner has elected to pay rates and charges through an instalment option of $11.15 each instalment after the initial instalment is paid. 4, pursuant to section 6.45 of the Local Government Act 1995 and Regulation 68 of the Local Government Financial Management Regulations 1996, Council adopts an interest rate of 5.5% where the owner has elected to pay rates and service charges through an instalment option. 5, pursuant to section 6.511 and subject to section 6.514 of the Local Government Act 1995 and Regulation 70 of the Local Government Financial Management Regulations 1996, Council adopts an interest rate of 11% for rates and service charges and costs of proceedings to recover such charges that remains unpaid after becoming due and payable. And 6, pursuant to section 6.45 of the Local Government Act 1995 and Regulation 67 of the Local Government Financial Management Regulations 1996, impose a flat fee of $4.10 on any ratepayer who wishes to negotiate alternative payment arrangements to pay rates and charges. Those in favour? Resolution 3. Council members' fees and allowances for 25-26. And someone move that. Second. Will I speak to that, Councillor Hogan? Will I speak to that, Councillor Brown? No. I would like to speak against it. I think we increased our fees last year. I don't think we need to do it every year. I think we're doing okay at the moment. So my view is that we leave that unchanged.
I'm with you on
Anybody else like to speak for it?
that. Yes, I would.
For it?
Yeah, I'm totally with you on that.
That's against.
I feel that we have set our fees and charges, and what we get paid is quite enough.
Thank you. Right, so we have a recommendation in accordance with section 5.981B of the Local Government Act 1995, Regulation 30, Local Government Financial Management Regulations 1996, Part 6.21 and Part 6.31A of the determination for local government elected members pursuant to section 7B of the Salaries and Allowances Act 1975, council member meeting attendance fees be set at $253 per council meeting and $126 per committee and prescribed meeting. In accordance with section 5.981B of the Local Government Act 1995, Regulation 30, Local Government Financial Management Regulations 1996, Part 621 and Part 6.31A of the determination for local government elected members pursuant to section 7B of the Salaries and Allowances Act 1975, meeting attendance fees for the President be set at $4.47 per council meeting and $1.26 per committee and prescribed meeting. In accordance with section 5.985 of the Local Government Act 1995, Regulation 33, Local Government Financial Management Regulations 1996 and Part 7.21 of the determination for local government elected members pursuant to section 7B of the Salaries and Allowances Act 1975, the annual allowance of the Shire President is set at 18,939 in accordance with section 5.98A1 of the Local Government Act 1995, Regulation 33A, Local Government Financial Management Regulations 1996, and Part 7.31 of the determination for local government elected members pursuant to section 7B of the Salaries and Allowances Act 1975. The annual allowance for the Deputy Shire President is set at 4,735. Payments to council members into a nominated superannuation account of an amount equivalent to the current legislated superannuation guarantee rate for the 25-26 year, determined with reference to fees and allowances paid to each council member up to the prescribed annual superannuation cap. Those in favour? Those against? Thank you. Recommendation 4, material variance reporting for 25-26. Someone move that recommendation? I'll move that recommendation. Thank you. Second, thank you. Thank you. I'll speak to that, Councillor Warner. Councillor Taylor. Would you like to speak against it? We have a recommendation in accordance with Regulation 34(5) of the Local Government Financial Management Regulations 1996. The level to be used in statements of financial activity in 2025-2026 for reporting material variances shall be 10% or $5,000, whichever is the greater. Those in favour? Recommendation 5, the fees and charges for 2025-26. That recommendation. Oh, there is a small typo. So council adopts fees and charges included at the end of the 2025-2026. We've got 225. We've lost the 26. Right. I need that for that one. Councillor Brown, thank you. 1 second. Shall I speak that, Councillor Brown? Councillor, no. Anybody want to speak against that? We have a recommendation that pursuant to section 6.16 of the Local Government Act 1995 and other relevant legislation, council adopts the fees and charges included at the end of the 2025-2026 draft budget, which is presented as contained in papers related. Those in favour? Recommendation 6, the rates payment and incentive. Movers for that one. Second. I'll second. Let's speak that, Councillor Brown. Councillor McLaren. Anybody like to speak against it? We have a recommendation that early rates payment incentive scheme be offered consisting of 3 cash payments as set out in the table below. First prize $965, second $680, and third $395. Prizes to be allocated by a draw to be held at the next scheduled ordinary council meeting after the closing date that rates are due. To be eligible, the ratepayer must make payment in full by the nominated due date, which is the 23rd of September. Those in favour? Thank you. Right, the next special meeting of the council will be called as required. So you have no further business in this agenda, so that will declare the meeting closed at 6:15. Everybody.